Welcome back to the Pairfect crew.
So guys, if you're just watching our videos for the first time, this is day 3. You may want to go back on our Bahamas series and catch up on day 1 and day 2. We had an amazing time, didn't we?
We definitely did.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched day 1 and day 2, you've missed quite a bit of fun. So definitely go back and check those out. But here we are starting day 3, and we want to take you guys along with us. So come along with us.
And if you notice there in that video, just on the left side there, there's another ship. Do you remember that? I think that we had the Disney cruise dock beside us. There was another ship. So there's a lot of there are a lot of tourists just coming out and trying to figure out the town, go into town to explore, and that's what we were doing.
Yes. So here you can see the name of our ship, the MSC. Shout out to the MSC Seashore. Definitely treated us right.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we're going to go into the town of Nassau today, and it's such a gorgeous day, beautiful weather. As you can see, the clouds are smiling. Look at the beautiful water. Different tourists. Like, one thing I know, people love to go on cruises.
Absolutely.
Like, I've never seen such a crowded vacation. Look at us.
This is us, the Pairfect crew.
Gang.
Shout out to the Pairfect crew, guys. And shout out to Emeka. He was the one taking the videos at this time, so he didn't come into frame, but he did an amazing job. And
Capturing us, yes. But yeah, we are heading out for the day, guys, in case you're wondering.
And look at the beautiful ship just beside us there. This is us just taking in all the sights, the views. It's a beautiful day. We're stopping now for a little bit to just take some photos. And yeah. And you can see here some tourists heading back to the ship. And, you know, we're having our photos here. Those are the Ajeros. Very beautiful. Look at the emos. Look at that ship behind them.
I know, and the blue water.
And the Wokalos. So beautiful. Yeah. And the Aziraku's here. And yeah.
Okay, at this point, we don't know what we're doing or where we're going.
Yep.
So we're just looking around. And very soon, we are going to meet somebody interesting.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
He was interesting.
He was. So we're still trying to figure out where we're going. And then, ta-da!
And here, during this time, there were quite a few people trying to, get us to use them. Because a lot of tour guides try to sell their service to us, their packages. And then we ended up going with this spectacular young man here. And you would hear his name in a little bit. Right. He made such an impression on us. He made our trip, very, very, go very smoothly and beautifully. And we really appreciated him there at the end. So.
I honestly don't know how we would have spent this day, to be honest. Like, looking back, how did we plan to figure out where we're going or what we're doing?
Absolutely.
We were just winging it. But thank God we met the tour guide.
Yes.
Here he is taking us to his bus. So we can, get
it was a nice bus, wasn't it?
It was a nice bus. It looked like a Mercedes almost.
Well,
I'm choosing to think it's a Mercedes.
Yeah, no, it's really nice. And here we are just getting into the bus, getting comfortable. And you would hear our tour guide introduce himself in a bit. So we would stay on mute just so that you guys can hear that. But at this point, we're getting settled. And he has a whole package and where we need to go.
That's right. It's going to be an eventful day, for sure.
It sure is. The weather was so beautiful.
It was so gorgeous. Like, I just went out with it.
Yeah, 35 degrees. It was very nice.
Good evening to everybody.
Hey.
My name is Richard, but y'all can call me RJ.
RJ.
Welcome to the island.
Thank you very much.
I'm your driver and the tour guide today.
Awesome.
We start our tour in the downtown area. Okay. But the island is called New Providence and the downtown is called Nassau.
Okay.
In the Bahamas, we have 700 islands, lands, and keys.
Wow. Okay.
But only 32 islands people live on.
Wow.
So this is the third smallest island, but this is the island which popular in the Bahamas, Nassau.
Okay.
So everybody lives in Canada now?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, but you're originally from Nigeria.
That's right.
All right.
So most people come here, then most Bahamians go to either Canada or America. Right. That's how the money cycles on mine. Oh. So this area is like the most crowded area. But
and there you have it. You met our tour guide, RJ.
Shout out to RJ.
So anytime you guys are in Bahamas, make sure you check out our guy, RJ. He was incredible. You will see in a little while here, we got to go to a wine tasting. We went to the chocolate factory. We went to a rum cake factory. It was, oh my goodness, it was so incredible.
So stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. So much more coming.
Man. Is appointed by the Queen, but the Queen died, so take charge. That's like Canada. And they had a statue of Columbus there. Some say he discovered this place. He discovered nothing. He discovered shit. Yeah. A local guy ducked it down and break it up.
Yeah. And there you have it with a little history there,
Did
right?
Columbus discover that?
No, he didn't discover
I don't think Columbus discovered that.
Anyway. So, that was just RJ telling us a little bit about the history there. Mm-hmm. And now we have gotten to the wine tasting. Look at this view, guys.
Love this street so much. It reminds me of a carnival, especially during festival periods in Nigeria where, the streets come together and do like a umbrella type thing on the streets. Right. That's the vibe I was getting.
Absolutely. And here we are posing for a beautiful group photo. Mm-hmm.
A wine factory and a chocolate factory.
Okay.
You know me.
I don't know why they do that.
We'll be alright.
I'll let you guys in on a little secret.
No, she won't.
We have a sweet tooth person amongst us, and that's Awele. So anytime we hear chocolate, candy,
that's
cookies,
me.
Everybody shouts Awele. So just so you guys know, that is why we said that. It's an inside joke, but now you have it.
Welcome to the joke.
Welcome to it.
So now we're at the winery, right?
Yes.
We've gotten into the winery and we're waiting to try some wine, which you'll see in a little bit.
But oh my goodness, wasn't that the most delicious wine you ever tasted?
Don't remind me.
Ooh.
Don't remind me.
Guys.
Now I want a glass of wine.
I do as well, but that one.
That particular one. To the Bahamas. Clink, clink, clink.
That's right. And here we're just checking out some
souvenirs.
Some souvenirs and keepsakes, and they make their wines there. It's fresh. It's Bahamian wines. The wines were so good.
They really were. I think we had both the red and the white.
We did have the red and the white. And just an assortment there, different things, and like some keepsakes, some souvenirs that you can grab. You can see Maria checking out a studded bottle there, and yeah.
I don't know who's grabbing the flask, but I can guess. I can guess.
And we're just about done at the winery, and we're off to
the candle store.
Is he talking?
Who is he talking to?
To Santa? Oh,
he's talking
Lord
to an imaginary. Well, he's not imaginary. He's right there, but it's a statue of Santa.
I think, he might as well have been talking to an imaginary person. But let's not wake that up. And there they are,
the new friends, the new besties.
RJ just being such a gentleman, opening the door there for us to get in. And of course we grabbed 2 bottles of wine and we were like sipping and sightseeing.
To go. Well, now we're in a candle store.
Yes.
Checking out some beautifully made candles.
And we had some really good scents.
They did rather. Yeah. We're on our tourist behaviors. What is with Maria and the studded bottles? Shine, baby.
Her water on ice.
She said,
And RJ was just in the frame, looking out for us, making sure that we're comfortable. And he has a bottle with him, and you would see him come top up our cups in a little bit. And there are other tourists as well, just checking out the store, and I found that the service was really good. So
it was. They're very friendly.
They're
people.
very friendly, very professional.
I think it's because they get a lot of tourists.
I agree. I agree.
So they have to be on their best behavior all the time.
Absolutely. Because it's such a huge source of revenue.
It really is.
Right?
It really is.
And there RJ in the frame, just topping up our
just topping up her fuel.
And we headed to the chocolate factory. Oh my goodness. The most delicious, oh Lord, the most delicious chocolates you've ever tasted. What was your favorite?
It was something to do with rum, island rum. You'll probably see it in a frame, but it was an island rum type flavor.
Okay.
I'll show you guys, don't worry. But no, they had really great chocolate. And we got to try them all, guys.
We did.
Endless tastings from the winery to the chocolate factory.
Yeah. And we bought some too.
We did.
Yeah.
We did to go.
I think I really enjoyed, like for me, it's white chocolate or nothing. So I did love the white chocolates, but I also enjoyed the milk chocolates as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, the milk chocolates were nice. Yeah.
I'm a white chocolate girl. I'd like to try that. Yeah. I've never seen pink chocolates.
So good, and they're all freshly made, fresh ingredients, Bahamian chocolates. Oh my goodness, it was so good, guys, so good.
Look at that decor, guys. Shout out to Emeka for this videography.
Shout out to you, Emeka. Woohoo! Just, getting some stuff to go there and just checking it out, and we're back in the car. We're in the bus.
Yeah, we're gonna go explore some more other parts of the city. RJ had a full itinerary for us.
Absolutely. And it was, the van was also air conditioned. It was really hot out.
Very comfortable.
And you can see some of the sights there. Just kind of reminds me of Nigeria in a way, though.
It really does. It really does. Driving through the suburbs and like inner roads.
Yeah.
I like that building. Very colorful.
Yeah.
And that's another thing is they had a lot of colorful, like see the blue buildings, yellows, greens. Yeah, a lot of bright colored buildings.
They did. Yes, that's a green one there. Very colorful.
Yeah.
And one thing I noticed is they're also the right-hand wheel, right-hand drive.
I didn't clock that.
Yeah, just like in the UK.
Yes.
So.
Well, doesn't it kind of track since the British colonized them?
I guess, yeah. I think so.
That's how they get their water on. Some people get their water from the sea.
Wow. See that there?
Yeah, it's like the...
How much does the rent cost?
Which room? Like around here, like a one-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
Like $700 a month. Like a house, two-bedroom house, maybe like $1,200.
Yeah. Is that USD or?
Yeah, it's $1 for
And then in the
like in the middle class, you spend like maybe 300,000, 400,000, like one night for about 2 hours maybe. Your rich area, like 7 up.
Wow, that's best.
But again, once you pay for that, that's it.
now talk about the celebrities that really want to buy a house here. Yeah.
And a lot of they buy for now because during winter.
That's how the government school looks right here.
Government school.
Okay.
And that's a primary school. That's first grade.
Primary school.
Okay.
Same thing, guys. Same thing. Same with Nigeria. Same thing. Oh no.
But the girls always get shots and they get like
How's the power supply?
You have outside power?
yeah.
Like, it's giving surely.
Straight through. You say light bill, but like sometimes when the weather is bad.
Yeah, so it's just like same like well they got it take that.
Unless you know pay
Or when they're bad with
So that makes it already are you again because for dollar to be dollar,
it's
Nigeria must be That's their number one. Yeah.
So RJ was just taking us through the parts that tourists don't usually go to, the not so fancy parts of the Bahamas. And we were just comparing it to Nigeria. They're very similar, but they have a really strong currency despite all of this.
I mean, these are the parts that they don't show you on television, right? This is still Bahamas, right? They show you the beautiful beaches, they show you Atlantis, they show you all this other stuff, and like they never show you this parts, right? So this is something that we really appreciated about this trip, that RJ was able to take us in to see the nitty-gritty, of Bahamas.
That's right. Yeah. And then after that, we went to the rum cake factory.
Please don't say cake again.
Rum cake factory. And it's exactly what the name says.
Oh my goodness.
It's cake made out of rum.
I think it was more rum made out of cake because...
Yeah, and I'm a sweet tooth, and that was too much for me. It was a lot of alcohol dense pastries. Like it was, and they make it fresh here every day, was what he said, right?
Yeah.
In these boxes that people come pick up. So tourists can take. What was the shelf life? You remember?
Oh, it was kind of long.
It was a very long shelf life.
Because of the alcohol, right?
Of course. But they're freshly baked rum cakes.
And we brought them back to Canada.
We definitely did. And we had tons of different flavors to taste from.
Oh my goodness. There was some banana thing. There was coconuts. There was, oh Lord. I think I got tipsy.
From the cake. Not the wine.
No, from the cake.
Say the truth. Say the truth.
There was a lot of alcohol in
and these are all the flavors he's showing us. So you see how many they are. But yes, it was cake made out of rum with different other flavors added onto it. For them to be baking these cakes every day, this quantity, it means that people are buying buying it in bulk.
Yes.
Right? Which was very fascinating.
And it's a very popular tourist spot.
Location, of course.
While we're there, you can see like a lot of people in the store who were coming and going and grabbing stuff.
Look how packed the store is. It's a very little store, but there's tons of people in it.
A lot of people there.
Yeah.
And there's no limit to how many you can taste, how much you can taste. You can just keep tasting and tasting.
No.
And then we got a couple boxes, and we headed out at some point. But yeah, this is a rum cake factory. So good.
I wonder what kind of arrangements they make with the tour guides to be able to bring in this many tourists.
Yes, I'm sure they'll have some kind of like
the way some type of commission based.
Yeah, commission. Yes, I agree.
RJ hustling some cake for us.
But you know the thing, guys, and this came up in our conversation about Naija when? Naija which way?
Naija never.
Which way? I will come back to that in a bit, but here, just beside
behind the rum cake factory, there was a bar. Guess what? They were playing Nigerian music.
Yes, and you hear it in a little bit.
The men were ordering some drinks. Gigi. Are we in the picture?
Because why not?
Why not?
These are
the guys on RJ, the Mendem.
Odogus. What's the thing they're calling them now? Odogo Parara?
Odogo Pararas.
Oh my goodness.
Now we're driving past the stadium.
Yeah.
Heading towards the Atlantis, which is the biggest hotel?
Yes.
Okay.
And remember he told us that Michael Jackson was there for like 8 months at some point?
Yeah, like, look at it. It's gorgeous.
Guys. Yay! We went there.
There's a whole toll gate to get into the Atlantis.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we have to get some change here, I think. And you'll see what their currency looks like in a second.
More Bahamian dollar is stronger
$1 US dollar.
It's stronger than Canadian dollars. Jesus. What are we doing?
So just imagine this little town we just showed you. Nothing fancy about them, but their currency is powerful.
This tree right here is the biggest and the oldest tree. And That's over 300 years old. That's a banyan tree that don't spot.
Oh, really?
And see cotton.
No, that's a big one.
And there was a point where we drove past the Queen's Stairs, I think they called it.
Yes. The Queen's Stairs.
Yes, we drove past that area as well.
Yeah.
And, we didn't really capture that so much in the video, but just to let you guys know, that was another very big tourist attraction.
Now it's time to eat, because we've been going at it for about 2-3 hours at this point.
Probably about 3.5 hours.
We were hungry.
We're hungry. RJ connected us to this spot.
It's local spot.
Local, because we said we wanted to eat local
authentic
food.
Bahamian food. And he's like, I got you.
He said, I got you. And he did got us.
He did. It was nice.
It's nice. It's good. And when we got there, we got settled. We brought our own loudspeaker out because why not? It's a perfect crew.
To the biggest booth.
Yep.
And then we brought out our music.
That's right.
Because how else will you know the perfect crew is here?
Exactly. They had malt, they had the plantain was just like we were eating dodo from Lagos, from like Surulere dodo, Patti jollof, like Lagos Island, all those kinds of
It
was giving everything. The jollof rice was spicy, was smoky, the shrimp, we enjoyed the fish. Just say the fish not too big.
Yeah, that was the only thing, it was small.
Yeah,
it was quite small.
We wanted the fish to be a little bigger, but other than that, it was so tasty.
Yeah.
It was so nice.
And it was pricey a little bit, I would say.
Yeah.
It was a little more than what you would pay for in an average Canadian restaurant or American restaurant, but it was worth it.
It was worth it. And I think, again, because, Bahamas is such a huge tourist attraction, right? So things would probably be more expensive. Yeah, more on the pricey side.
That's how you know the food was good.
Yeah.
And then we headed to the beach.
Woo-hoo! We had to walk off all that food that we ate.
We did. We had been to the beach the day prior.
Yes, the day before.
But it's never too much, is it?
Mm-mm. Nope. It's never too much, never too... you always want to be at the beach, right?
Yeah.
It's nature, right? It's sand, it's peaceful. And, you can see that was... who was that? Uzo and Ifeanyi, and now the Ajeros and the Azira was here in the spring. And you can see the emos.
The emos didn't come out to the beach. Yes, they were at the bar.
Oh, yes, they were at the bar. Okay. You'll see them in another folder soon.
Yeah.
And that's Maria. She joined us here for a group photo.
Yeah. They have this cute little wooden board type thing where you can go sign that you were here.
Yes.
So come back 20 years, come back 30 years. We can see that you were at the Bahamas at some point, right?
Absolutely.
I thought it was cute.
That's really nice. And this bar was also just right beside it was on the beach, actually.
It was on the beach.
It was on the beach.
Exactly,
so we just literally walked into this bar afterwards.
After coming out of the beach.
Right.
Yeah. This is an inside joke. We'll probably tell you guys one day what this means, but not today.
Not today. The Imolites, the Belagians, Phoebe and Uzo, and before them was Afam and Abule.
Yes.
And then Ifeanyi and Akudia. And we're headed back.
It was a very, very packed day.
It really was.
I think at this time was 4 p.m., 4 or 5 p.m. We were heading back to and we probably left at about 10 a.m. in the morning. So we've been busy.
It's a full day.
It was a full day.
It's a full day.
I actually left feeling like I had visited the town. Absolutely. Not just on the ship.
Yes.
But visited
the town.
Yes.
Yes.
So you can say you've been in Nassau.
Yes, absolutely. RJ did an incredible job.
He really did.
Of taking us to all the spaces, explaining things to us, making us feel very safe and home welcome. So
safe.
guys, yes, make sure you ask for RJ whenever you're in Bahamas.
That's right. I hope he watches this. We'll probably send it to him.
Yeah.
The guys are hailing him.
And you trust the Pairfect crew. We gave him an incredible tip.
Fat tip.
A fat tip, because we were just so appreciative of everything he did for us.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to walk back now. It's starting to rain a little bit.
It did start to rain at the end there.
Yes.
We're tired.
We're so exhausted. It was more closer to like 5:30ish around this time.
You can see the ship in the background, so we're walking towards the ship. But
and a lot of those stores, they were open when we're heading out, and they were closed now.
Yeah.
But we still saw some stores open, so we had to stop and get some souvenirs.
Yeah. Because we have people at home that will bite our necks.
Oh, absolutely.
If we don't come home with some. That's a conch, right? That thing. The pink and the...
I think it was a coral.
I don't know. But they're supposed to be this really symbol of the Bahamas, the conch.
Oh, yes. Yes, you're absolutely
Something
right.
like that.
Yes. That's what that was.
Don't quote me. I might be wrong.
Yes, I think that's what it was. But don't quote us. Do your own research.
Now we're going. Remember this view? You saw it in the beginning, right? So now we're going back on the boat, on the ship, not the boat.
We're heading back. We're just going through security here.
Yeah.
And that's our ship.
That's our ship.
Our ship is
the
in
other
sight.
one beside it as well.
That's the Disney cruise.
Yeah.
Just beside us. And
the Atlantis is right in view as well.
Right. And oh my gosh, guys, we made it to the end of J3. And watch out for part 2. We went straight to the white party once we got back on board the ship.
Never tired, never backing down.
Never backing down. So watch out for...
See you in the next video.
J3 part 2.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe.